Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I'm going to be playing the most popular tanks at tier 9 in World of Tanks without the benefit of cherry picking my games because I'm going to be playing live for YouTube today. So without further ado, what are the most popular tanks? Well, the most popular medium tank at tier 9 is the Leopard Prototyp. This thing is super popular because everybody wants to get its bigger brother, the Leopard, the tier 10 sniping German medium tank. People who come into the game, a lot of them want to go for the Leopard for the very first time. I was very quintessential when I first started playing World of Tanks. I wanted to go for the Tiger. And a lot of people know about the Leopard as well, being a very popular modern day tank. The Leopard is great because, well, it gets to snipe. It gets to be able to try and deal with its opponents from afar. It's got a nice, dependable, accurate gun. And it's just famous inside the game. Now, whether or not it's the most competitive tank in World of Tanks, well, I think if you've all watched my preview of the new upcoming, the Concept 5, the tier 10 British wheeled medium, you'll all know that I kind of compared it to this thing. Now, that's not saying that the Concept 5, well, it's not saying that the Leopard is overpowered. It's more of the Concept 5 just being underpowered, in my opinion, at least with regards to the statistics. Okay, so I am going to play very aggressively this game. I'm going to go straight towards my opponent. I'm going to go try and get up underneath their gun line, and then I'm going to try and shoot it out. Or actually, if that Batchat goes there, no, I'm going to play support for him. Okay, I'm going to adapt and overcome, hopefully, because the last thing that you want is to have multiple tanks going that way. So instead, I'm going to spot out. I'm going to get a shot into the Leopard. I'm going to notice that this Char is, I guess he wants to reverse. Now, I can understand wanting to reverse, but the problem with reversing in a Char is you don't have any gun depression over the barbecue on the back of the vehicle. So that's a little ugly. We've kind of messed each other up. What is this little tank doing? Oh, look at that German gun. You've got to love it, right? Oh, my word. This thing is accurate. Now, don't get me wrong, the Concept 5 is also going to be an accurate tank if it goes into the game as it is. But it's very different to have an accurate gun at tier 9 than it is to have an accurate gun at tier 10. Okay, or shall I say have comparable accuracy. One thing I just realized is that my crew must suck on this tank because I haven't taken Intuition. Because the Intuition on this tank is amazing for the HE rounds with 105mm of pen and 510 alpha damage. Unlike the blooming Concept 5, you'll see that I haven't quite forgiven Wargaming, at least so far, for what they could be doing to the whole of the British mediums there. Alright, so this G-Saw above us has got some pretty good camo. I guess I should just trust that this Char has enough view range to be able to sit there. Maybe I can flank around on this map? Possibly. But I'm a bit worried that if I kind of give up the sniping position and they take the hill, that could be a little bit ugly. Anyway, looks like we have enough snipers here. It always surprises me when I take a look at just how popular these German medium tanks are. Not because I don't think that they should be popular, but because I always think about how Wargaming nerfed the Progetto 65 because it was too popular. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a gun. What a gun. It would be a great gun at tier 10. It is a great gun at tier 10 on the Leopard 1, but it's an amazing gun at tier 9. Finish the story, Quacky Babs. Okay, so, It very much surprises me that Wargaming nerfed the Progetto 65 because it was too popular, yet the Leopard is just as popular as the Progetto 65, so or more popular than the Progetto 65 ever was. So I guess the real reason is Wargaming doesn't want autoloaders to be popular in World of Tanks, and I can understand what they're saying about, but I don't think anyone had a problem with the Progetto 65. We have problems with kind of the heavy autoloaders. Although they are doing something about the VZ55 in the next patch with it losing its intra-clip reload and all that, so... Okay, I'm a little bit worried about driving over here because if that Foch-B spots me, he will be shaving off 400 of my hit points every 2 seconds. Luckily, when you're this fast, you can afford to go close to the edge. I could slide over and still be able to just turn myself into a U-boat instead. A German U-boat, yes. Okay, I'm kind of worried about where this Foch-B is. There he is. Oh, has he spotted me right now? I think he has, but I got a good shot into his weak point. And my goodness gracious, I know why people are playing this tank. Did you just see its gun? That's all you need. When you have a gun that's this good, and reasonable damage per minute to boot as well, it's all you really need in World of Tanks. All you really need in World of Tanks. Maybe some armor would be nice to go along with it, but no, we can't be giving this tank everything, right? Everything. Man, I don't know why I don't... Oh, God. Oh, Oh, no. Oh, my lord. If there's one tank you don't want to meet in a Leopard prototype, it is the Cobra. That is an actual nightmare on tracks. It could kill me in 4.5 seconds. Oh, arty party. Got my backside. That wasn't very nice of him. I'm going to use a medkit just in case the Cobra starts to spot me again. Got to be careful with that Cobra. But I can see that this game is starting to end. And so I kind of want to get some more. I mean, I'm a little bit greedy. I'm a little bit of a greedy baby. Oh, no, 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 no. How did I get spotted? Oh, no, there's a Char there. Cobra, no! No! No, Cobra, have mercy! That was pure greed, boys and girls. I knew the Cobra was there. But funnily enough, I don't believe it was the Cobra who actually spotted me. It was the sneaky Char Future for... Oh dear, this is a disappointing result for me all in all. I only get myself like 2,500 combined, which is really low for a Leopard prototype on this kind of a map. Oh well, well played to my team still. It was one of those kind of games that's going to end really quickly, and I just wanted to have a big game. QQQ. Alright, so next up we're going to be playing the most popular tank destroyer, which is the T-30. Now this is a bit of a skewed result because the T-30 is currently top of the tree, and when something is top of the tree, lots of people are playing it, so artificially makes it possibly the most popular for that month, which makes it even more impressive that even though the Leopard is not top of the tree, that it's still getting played that much. The T-30 is an absolute gem inside World of Tanks. It's the original Tier 10 American heavy tank. And with this skin, which was for the 10-year anniversary of World of Tanks, there's lots of really funky things that you can get. Look along the barrel up here, plus or minus 25% RNG. If we also zoom in a little bit here, I probably can show you when I'm inside the garage. There's dice, and it's adding up to 10, and that's because this used to be the Tier 10 heavy tank back in the day. Also, if you go behind the vehicle, you can see on the mud flap here, there's a tank destroyer icon that's been stamped over. You can see the heavy icon that's behind it as well. So there's lots of little Easter eggs on the T-30, stemming from a time when it was the Tier 10 heavy tank. Everyone who had this vehicle back in the day when it was Tier 10 got to enjoy the best gun in World of Tanks, I'd say. But because you could have it on a heavy, you had all of the flexibility with the 10 degrees of gun depression. And when Wargaming moved it down to Tier 9, they definitely had to nerf it, and they did nerf it quite a lot. But also, everybody who had it back in the day massively benefited. And that's because you got the T-30 for free, which was down an entire different tech tree. I guess I can zoom in now, and hopefully I can show you the... there it is. Look, behind the dice, you actually see like a Sixth Sense icon there as well. So there's quite a few Easter eggs on this. I wish Wargaming would do more Easter eggy kind of styles, but I guess if they did them on all of them, then they wouldn't be special. Oh, also, I forgot on this side, there's like a nerf, and then there's an up with these two gas canisters here. I guess the idea of kind of like buffing and nerfing this tank over the years. Okay, so I digress. Let me focus on what I was saying. And I've totally lost what I was saying. Oh yeah, everybody who had this thing back when it was a Tier 10 heavy got it as a Tier 9 tank destroyer for free. And it was down a whole new tech tree of tanks. So that meant that you could race towards the new T110E4 and be able to progress basically all of your tank collectory business faster. And you didn't even have to go through the T28 prototype or the Hellcat or the T25. And it took me ages eventually to get the T28 prototype. I think it was years after before I even bothered to pick up that vehicle. Because I already got the one that I wanted, the T110E4. Played that thing with 850 alpha damage before it was nerfed for all of the Tier 10 tank destroyers. And before Wargaming nerfed the weak point and the cheeks of the T110E4 as well, which was definitely one of the most overpowered tanks of all time, I'd say. Okay, so I've got to be a little bit careful here with the T-30. Just because I used to be a heavy tank doesn't mean that I'm a heavy tank anymore. I kind of want to push him, but also my hull armor is so weak in this vehicle. If I do and I get caught out, I'm going to be gone. Alright, nobody's taking the flanks. And considering that I have pretty okay camo on this vehicle, way better camo than this vehicle would have if it was a heavy, especially with the final field mod. The final field mod on this tank is plus 5% camo. Which is amazing. So I think I've got something like 17% camo when moving on this tank, which is really, really good. So I'm actually going to decide, instead of playing like a heavy tank in the town, that I'm going to make my way towards the south. In addition to the compensation of getting the T-30 when it used to be a Tier 10 down to a Tier 9 tank destroyer, you also got the T110E5 as a replacement tank for free. Unbelievable. Man, Wargaming was so crazy generous back in the day when the game was growing. It's understandable in a way. You grow and you be generous until you've got, like, your game really popular, and then you try to monetize it, right? So, yeah, back in the day, American tech trees. Also, if you had the T-34, which was this thing's baby brother at Tier 9, you got it as a Tier 8 premium for free as well. Oh, those were the days. Those were the days. QuickyBaby can't simply play an American heavy tank without reminiscing. Alright, so T-30, big boy gun, 155mm, tons of pain. I've used up the first 25% of this battle, basically just driving into position and not doing very much. Maybe the enemies don't have that many people defending this flank, so if that's the case, then maybe we can advance. Ooh, what's that ST2 doing? Gonna be buff next patch. Oh, please reverse in front of me. Come on, Conqueror, just make a little bit of a reverse play. I think he will. I think he will. Maybe I should have shot at that ST there. Oh, is that WT about to drive in front? What is that WT doing? Oh, it's a pressure shot. Oh yeah, just sit still for me. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. That's what I like to see, when they basically just sit still. It's, you know, no pressure, and you don't have any of that kind of like RNG, right? No dice rolling, no plus or minus 25%. Just good old-fashioned big boy hits and removing tanks from the game. Unfortunately, I've taken far too long to do far too little in this map and matchup, so I'm really unhappy with the progress that we've made. But maybe we can do something with the remaining 6.5 minutes. In World of Tanks, you need to make your impact early. The meta is just fast, and if you don't get involved before your team melts, then how are you going to ever possibly win the game? So I think I have to accept that I've lost this game for my team with the way that I've played, because I just didn't get stuck in, and I'm a very powerful tank. Basically, I basically change my team's composition so that we don't have a Tier 9 tank destroyer, we just have like an extra Tier 9 heavy. An extra Tier 9 heavy that it's harder than most of the Tier 10 heavies inside the game. If I'd been a little bit more active in this battle, I think I could have possibly taken it, but it's still a possibility. Come on, Progetto. Let's go, Progetto. When I say I'm moving to support you, I didn't mean like I was going to block you there, but we have to get some shells in quickly, my dude. What's this IS-4 thinking? What's this IS-32 thinking? There's a horrible aim time on this vehicle, but when you hit so hard, my gosh, it's lovely. Ah, we're still down by 3,000 hit points. I'm going to have to hit more shots. We've got an IS-4 there, an IS-4 there, an ST2 there. Maybe this STB-1 drives out in front of me. Oh, I should have fired there. I should have had that. That's my bad. I'm about to get flanked by the ST2 here. I am. Whoa, he hit me with 800. Really nice double. Well done, ST2. He out-traded me there. Yeah, I needed those hit points probably to make better trades later on in this game. You can see that this tank actually has a very long reload. Which is probably like the only downside of it, really, when I think about it. IS-4 fired. I need to dump a shell into this guy. What's this guy doing? He's going to the garage. Well, I'm not going to be able to come back with 6,000 hit points. But maybe I can get some dignity shells before I die. Dignity shells before I die. Vanity shells, I should call them. Dignity shells, vanity shells, what are we even going to call them? Maybe I should shoot this guy before I have people farming me. Probably. Oh, no. Oh, well. QuickyBaby's team, 5 kills. QuickyBaby, 3 kills. And we'll have to add, like, I don't know what it was, 400 blind damage. So 3,500 damage. It's not the worst result for the T-30, but well played to the enemy team. They deserve to win this one. And that was just a good example of I needed to get stuck in earlier. I wanted to go into the town, then I fell to the flank, and I'm happy I fell to the flank in case they had more defense there. But I needed to play earlier. And that's one of the biggest things that I don't see people doing in World of Tanks is they don't play early enough. And then all of that damage that I did at the end of that battle, it doesn't really matter because the game is kind of lost anyway. Of course, it does matter from a mark's perspective, or if you really care about padding out your WN8. Okay, so we've played the most popular medium tank, the most popular tank destroyer. Now we're going to be playing the most popular heavy tank. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is the E75. This was my first ever tier 9 tank inside the game. So I finished second on damage in the T30, second on experience, but I should have got stuck in earlier on. Okay, so here we go. E75. This thing is just an absolute joy to play. I love the E75. I love the E75. I think it's an incredibly competitive tank. I thought it was competitive back when the vehicle used to have 490 alpha damage. And then Wargaming just decided to go and give it 530 alpha damage, which gives it this like real nice sweet spot at tier 9. It's not quite as high as something like a 50 TP, but it's decent and allows you to make slightly better trades. Okay, so on this map, I could either use the durability or I could go along with a turbo. I mean, it's always sad to give up 200 hit points and track durability, but I think the turbo is necessary on this map. Otherwise, I'm just going to be too slow, you know, on Empire's border. So we're going to progress through the south, hopefully go and grind. BZ176 called Party Cannon shows that he's no fun at parties because he says lost at the start of the battle. And I think it's more of one. Epic win! Okay, I'm going to call it. I've called it at the start of the battle. There's two kinds of people in World of Tanks. There's the BZ176 drivers, who are like lost. And then there are the E75 drivers who are like epic win. My goodness gracious, this tank is fast with a turbo. Now my gun handling's going to suck because I usually end up running vert stabs on this thing sometimes. But recently I've just been loving the durability devices so much. But I think the turbo, this is actually crazy. I can't believe I'm just casually driving along at 42 in this vehicle. It feels like back in the day. Back in the day, this vehicle used to have, I believe it was better engine power and a better top speed. And then Wargaming nerfed it. Or maybe it had a worse top speed but better engine power. And then Wargaming actually nerfed the engine power but increased the top speed. And I think they increased the traverse speed as well. They've done a lot of things to the E75 over the years. Talk about a lot of things. I'm a little bit worried about going down here by myself. But I'm such a big boy tank that I feel like I have to take it upon myself. I'm going to ask this T30 for some help. I've got to be careful, though, if they decide to push me here. Okay, so we've got a Renegade, and we've got a Skoda T56. The Renegade and the Skoda T56 both shoot me full of holes, which I'm not happy about. These guys are clearly not the most stupid of players. Oh no, did I just totally goof my glorious E75 away? Oh my goodness, these guys, what are these tier 8 monster players? Well played to them. GG. GG. Look at those shots. All great marksmanship, all great gold. I don't even know what to say. This is an absolute joke of a game to start off with. Please let me back T30, my friend. Thank you very much, or I'm not going to be a happy camper. Okay, so I basically I got caught. What is there to say? They're tier 8 heavy tank players. They were way better than I thought they would be. All spamming gold, as you should do against an E75. And the 703-2 even hit a shot on my weak point on top with a regular round. Okay, so we've had a horrible start to this game, but it's not too late. So we've obviously got people pushing up across the north. So I just need to do my hold here. I need to hold. That's what I need to do. Yeah, I wish I hadn't pushed into that position now. That's for certain. T30's asking me to fall back, but I want to have the ambush shot here. Like that. That's why I'm not going to fall back, sir. All right. We got rid of the Renegade. That was somebody who definitely punished us this game. Definitely punished us very badly, but hopefully the artillery can help us. Nice. Artillery made the shot. I come around the corner. I bounce my shell. Do I have to repair the tracks? I can't choose to repair the tracks. Hopefully this guy doesn't hit my weak point. Okay, we dodged that. This guy's stunned, so I'm going to take a chance against him. And I get penned by another gold round. My god, these guys, dudes. They are definitely messing up my Germanity here. My Germanity has been challenged. They're doing some good shots. I wish I could side scrape out here, but the T30 probably doesn't want me to side scrape. Alright, well, considering what a nice matchup this was, I have had the worst game in E75 history. And I'm not out of the woods yet. Just because my team are winning the other flank doesn't mean that I can ease up here. They've got a Skoda T56, a T832, and friends against me. I'd like to side scrape, but if I side scrape, to all intents and purposes, the 703-2 could come around the corner. Oh man, I was overconfident in this map and matchup. No doubt, overconfident. very overconfident. I'm going to come out around the corner here and see if I can get the shot possibly on this tooth. I'm also going to fire a gold round here to get a bit of revenge. I mean, they've all been firing gold at me. Why wouldn't I get my revenge shot on them, right? There's the 703 too. Could actually spot him, but he didn't see me. That's so weird. Must have just been out over the rock. Tree's protecting me. There we go. What? I cannot believe their marksmanship. My word. Oh, it's a disastrous game for our E75, boys and girls. Well, well played to their tier 8. I think I played against some really good players. Looks like we've got a player who's played since the closed beta here like me. We'll have to check their win ratios, but GG to them. I underestimated the enemy tier 8s. I thought that I could be able to fight them, and I could end up losing the game because of it. Oh my lord. That is what overconfidence looks like. Maybe this T-30 is going to be able to take this game down. Hopefully not. We'll have to take a look. Alright, so we've played the most popular medium tank, the most popular tank destroyer. We played the most popular heavy tank, and it hurts my heart that I didn't do well at it. Now we're going to be playing the most popular light tank. Wow, it's the 1390. Alright, let's get our autoloader going and see if we're able to do better with a lightly armored tank than we did with our heavily armored E75. So the 1390, way back in the day, used to be tier 7, I believe. Then Wargaming moved it up to tier 8, and then they moved it up to tier 9. I believe that's the way that the tech tree was. Oh, I nearly played the EBR there. That would have been a mistake. I'm currently using vents, coated optics, and vert stabs. I don't actually have all of the field mods on this tank, so I'm not going to be able to have a second build where I use exhaust and vision system, which will make me very sad if I get Prokhorovka or Malinovka or Muravanka or any of those kind of really nice spotting maps. So yeah, I believe the original French tech tree was something like AMX-12T at tier... Oh, thank goodness I won the E75 game. But I definitely didn't play my best in that round. A bit of an embarrassment there for me in my original German awesomeness. So I believe the original French tech tree was something like AMX-12T... maybe there wasn't even an AMX-12T. I think there was an AMX-1375, an AMX-1390 at tier 6. There was an AMX-1390 at tier 7. Then I believe it was the Lorraine at tier 8, and I think it was the Batchat at tier 9. I think that's the way that the tech tree went. And then Wargaming mixed it all up when they added in the tier 10s. So they moved the Batchat up and the Lorraine up to tier 9. They moved this thing up to tier 8. And then when they rescaled all of the light tanks, they actually ended up moving this one up to tier 9 and added in a 13105 in the game and add this down a separate branch. So on this kind of a map, I would really like it if I'd had a vision system so I could be a little bit more cheeky with my spots. But, oh well. It's going to be really hard to dig my opponents out from the south. Nevertheless, I'm going to be aggressive. So the 1390 is just all about dumping in little mags. That's what the highlight of the vehicle is. It has to be the mag dumping. It's got 4 90mm rounds with not the best pen at 205, but 240 alpha damage is very nice. I should probably be thinking about loading a few gold rounds later on where I engage the heavies, but for now, hopefully we're going to be able to go after these light tanks. Alright, so pretty fast games so far today. That one went through his turret. Wow, what a start. Start with a ghost shell against a T-49. I can't fight this guy because he's got the reload, so I have to run. He's actually... If he tracks me again, I'm just going to die here. So I'm going to have to hopefully get out. Hopefully he doesn't retract me. He's trying to fire his HE shells. I got to respect this, the way that this guy's playing. But hopefully I can actually hide in here and he won't be able to catch me. And I got to try and get some friends to help me out. I don't think he can catch me. I should turn my turret slightly out so my weak point's a little less round the corner. Alright, well, slow the YouTube video down and tell me, did that first shell go right through the turret of the T-49? He's definitely going for it. At least he's using the 90mm and not using the derp. I really need somebody to be here or somebody to basically just come in and actually go behind this T-49, but I don't think they're going to. I'm going to try and get out. Hopefully I don't get tracked. Oh my good god. Hopefully there's no one up here either. Well, well played to you, T-49. You used the 90mm gun and you did a really good job with it, so big respect to you. Hopefully I can manage to make it up here. This is just an absolute disaster so far. We didn't have any medium tanks really putting any kind of pressure. But now I've fallen back, maybe there's a chance. Maybe I still have a chance. Okay, so I'm no longer spotted. This T-49 is probably going to blind fire me here, I'd say. I can't even see him because my view range is so bad. Oh, my lord. Do I try and blind fire him, or should I try and go for this Barask? The Barask knows. He knows. If the light tank moves, it doesn't make a difference, unless I have a vision system. But I'm going to have to repair my fuel tank here. It's such an obvious bush that I'm in right now. Gosh, these games are really tricky today. Tricky day of World of Tanks. Should I try and poke out to see if I can find the Pantera? I could probably outspot the Pantera. I think my camo rating is good enough to outspot the Pantera. Once again, it just feels like the enemy team are just kind of wilting, though, to our team's pressure. I did get 3 out of 4 shells in against that T-49. Looks like he's just chilling there. Man, even with coated optics, this thing just doesn't really have the view range, does it? Such a shame. I'm never going to spot that T-49 unless he tries to blind fire me, and if he blind fires me, then I'm going to be on half the health that I have now. I won't be able to take another hit. Okay, so is that Barask going to try and spot? Is he going to try and push? I can't really poke out here because the Pantera is going to be able to get me. No real opportunities this game. Oh well, let's take our time. We'll just hopefully let the game evolve. Talk about evolve. What is that IS-6 doing? He definitely doesn't want to help me in this round. That is for certain. That is for certain. Come on. Is he pushing me now? Do I have to get out or do... He is aimed for me. I'm pretty sure he knows. Doesn't matter what he knows now after the T-30 shuts him down. Goodness gracious. So not really too many opportunities to make aggressive push plays. The whole of the enemy team just lost the town, and their T-49 doesn't seem to be doing anything anymore. He just basically annoyed me at the start of the battle, and now hasn't done anything. The T-30's pinging the T-49. I've tried to spot him for the last few minutes, mate. It's just not really happening. There's an ELC over there as well. Oh, boys and girls. Definitely, there's the T-49 making a push play. Definitely not my day for tier 9 tanks so far. Hopefully we can get this Pantera a little bit. Oh man, that gun handling doesn't even feel that good with vertical stabilizers. What am I going to do? Just reload and then try and sneak in and get a mag in before I die? I actually spotted that Pantera a little bit. I'm going to go after the Pantera. Alright, I got a little bit of vision on the Pantera. Let's go see if we can try and find the WTF Panzer IV. Although I'm a one-shot for the WTF Panzer IV, so if the WTF Panzer IV spots me from here, I could be very dead. But at this stage of the game, what do I have to lose? I've already had a terrible game, so I might as well just risk having a terrible game to see if I can get an okay game. So what did I do wrong here in the 3090? Well, I can talk about the ghost shell all I want. Oh god, here we go. Oh, he's getting his turret on. Quick. Hopefully I dodge him. I dodge him! No! Oh, come on! He's in the only place where he could be when none of my team could shoot him, and I only got one shot. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. This is not working for me today, but at least I'm winning. Well, GG well played to the T-49 for making the fight in towards the center. You'd think that the autoloader would be the dangerous one. But interestingly enough, because it takes me so long to reload in the 1390, it wouldn't have really made too much of a difference if I'd just gone in and dumped, because he would have been able to kill me before I reloaded, especially with him firing all of the gold rounds. So well played to people like the Renegade on the enemy team. Yeah, it's a 56% win rate player. They're good gamers. This is a 53% win rate player. What about their 7032? Was he a good player? That's a 52% win rate player who all he did was put in one shot the entire battle. Just tough matchmaking. Good players, playing tight, hard to win. Or shall I say hard to win well. Okay, so the games have been so mediocre and so fast today. I'm going to double down and I'm going to play the most popular premium, or shall I say reward vehicle at tier 9. And that is... oh, it's one of my favorites. It's the Char Future 4. So I tell you what, if I don't do well in the Char Future 4, you'll know that something is obviously very wrong with me today. I love this tank. I think it's one of the most fabulous vehicles in the game, and it's the one that I would recommend that you get first with your Battle Pass points if you're a reasonably good player. Although, you do have to have knowledge of, shall we say, medium tank and light tank engagements if you want to do well in the Char Future 4. Okay. So, I gotta decide about whether I'm going to try... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the vision system on this map. If I had an exhaust, I would consider making my way down here, but I don't have an exhaust, so I'm not going to do that. This is really tricky because if their G-Saw comes down this 9 line, we are absolutely, completely done. But if I go and sit over here, it could be literally the most boring game in World of Tanks history. Boring game in World of Tanks history versus like G-Saw, who could just end up hardcore winning the game by going down the area. Oh, this could be a tough one. But let's go and see what we can do. Anyway, I'm going to make my way west. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, I believe. Or maybe I should go up on the high ground. There's 2 starting positions in the west. One is that you go here if you think you're fast and there's no light tanks to be able to get the early spots. But if their G-Saw has managed to go here, then I'm definitely going to get spotted before I spot him. The other way to play this is to make your way up into the bushes. If you go up in this bush up here, then you could be able to get some cheeky vision. And I think that's what I'm going to do. The Char Future 4 has pretty darn good camo, it's got good mobility, and it has a really good gun. The advantages of this tank over the Batchat 25T at tier 10, for now, are large. They're very large. I'm very interested to see what Wargaming will do with the Batchat 25T, as they're still meant to be buffing it this year. Wow, look at that. FE405 shuts down the Char on the enemy team. Rather you than me, mate. That's for certain, especially after the sesh that we're having so far today. So, my main favorite advantage of the Char Future 4 over the Batchat is that this thing has 7.5 degrees of gun depression. So it means that I'm just so much more flexible. I can be further back, and that means I have to fall back less. Whereas if I'm in a Batchat, I have to be sitting probably more up in the bush, with I think the Batchat having 6 degrees of gun depression. Unfortunately, that UDES is going to be an absolute nightmare to be able to deal with. Luckily, we can put in 1, and we can pull back. While I get spotted, it's not the end of the world in the Char. This thing does have a long intraclip reload of 4 seconds, but it doesn't really affect the Lion that much. It doesn't affect the Astron Rex that much. I don't really feel like it affects the Char that much, especially when you're so consistent with putting the shells in. Sure, if I was in a Batchat, I probably would have sat there and I would have probably tried to get 2 shots in, but maybe that's where, with the Batchat 25T, you have your mistakes. Because with the Batchat 25T, you end up sitting there for long enough to allow them to shoot you. And so unless you're getting like a full-on assassination, where you manage to catch a player in close quarters combat, or you really catch somebody out in the open and you're not spotted, you never really get to use the Batchat's full auto. Or at least if you do use the Batchat's full auto, it usually comes at the expense of you getting caught, which is why that tank just struggles so much. So my team are communicating that there's a G-Saw that's over towards the east. Yeah, I thought there would be. And unfortunately that G-Saw might end up just taking this game. What I've got to hope is that my heavies kind of win this fight, because it looks like they don't have too many here. And if they do, then perhaps we can be able to eventually push through here or get some crossfire. The last thing that I want to do right now is push, because if I do, all that's going to happen is this TVP is going to catch me out. And honestly, right now, I just have to chill and I have to wait. My team is being mean to Mario playing their Char 75 right now, saying that their light tank is smarter. And I don't really think that's a fair assessment of the situation. I think it's just a case of they have a G-Saw that has way better camo, and we have a Char which is more of an assassin tank. So I don't really blame my Char for the way that they've played or their decision making. I didn't get spotted, amazing. If I was a Char 75, I would have probably made the push play anyway, because I know just how scary it is if you allow a G-Saw to have that position. But just because I'm an aggressive player doesn't mean that everyone has to be an aggressive player. So, yeah, I don't think it's very fair of them to be berating the Char 75 when he's playing against arguably the best scouting light tank at tier 9, which is the G-Saw. So my team is constantly pinging the map, and they're constantly getting spotted, and they're constantly getting farmed. And that's just the way it goes when they have a G-Saw that pokes down there. And that's why it's sometimes worth taking that risk where you make the push play. I'm going to fire here and then I'm going to reload. It's worth taking the risk to make the push play, because otherwise you get into this situation where the game's done. You can see that the Leopard's saying that the Char has to go mid and spot him. He outspots us easy, we can't do anything. And yeah, it's just how it is. Every knowledgeable player of this map will know that's the way that the game begins. And oh dear, our Char just gets rushed by their Centurion, so that's even worse. I was not going to make that push play. If I had an exhaust, I would go on a medium tank if I had an exhaust. I think we can push. I think we can... Ah, no, we've got an E3 against us. That's probably going to be too much. I don't want to push into 2 hold-down tanks in a Char, that's for sure. Not with the burst damage that I have. We're just going to play a longer game now. We've had quite a few wins where my team was just ahead and we didn't really get to... Oh, gosh. Do much? Man. My team is making some really dubious decisions right now. Again, I can't really blame them, I think. The enemy team are just playing better than us right now. I'm going to take my time with this one. I think that maybe later on in the map, I can do more. And that is one of the keys, right? So hopefully improving your late game decision making. I wonder if this TVP drives around the corner. I got to be careful that I don't expose myself to the Centurion here, but I also wanted to press my gun just enough to be able to see him if the TVP decides to go around. I can't imagine he will do now on 200 hit points. Good, the M103 actually shut that guy down. Let me see how good these players are, roughly. What do I think? Their camos, their badges, their marks. They don't have any, unfortunately. They got some styles, though. I'm just wondering whether we can be able to push through against this T110 E3 and friends. It could be quite tricky. Okay, we're going then. We're going then. We've got to go. Come on. All right, the 121P's made the push play. He says jump, I say how high in this situation. Kind of worried about this T110 E3, no doubt. But we've got to play as well. There's a T30 sitting behind there with the Jagdpanzer. I can't do that. No, we can't do this. This was stupid. I'm sorry, this was so dumb. This was so dumb. This was not the right time to ever push here. Now all that's happened is we have no ambushes. I mean, for that 121B, it might work out for him, because obviously he has 350 heat pen, and he can go through, like, the E3's weak point. But for me, this is just a complete unmitigated disaster to get bogged down and stuck. Look, I've got to watch out for the T30 and friends back there. I'm going to drop back a bush. There's nothing that I can do here. If I drop back this bush, this guy might not realize that I'm here. Now I can maybe get him. Oh, wow, that was pretty bad Centurion. I'm going to lose some hit points to the E3. Maybe I can just track him with my final shot and then reload. Maybe I can go in here for a second. Get hit by either of these 2 players. Wait for my vision to reset. I'm going to have to drop out. Oh, no way did that leopard just see me just as I needed to escape. Oh, come on, baby. Let me out. 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 I really want to be let out right now. Okay, okay, okay. What? Ah, my team's down 7,000 hit points. Well played to the G-Saw on the enemy team. He's basically won this game fair and square. Well played. Respect where respect is due. I kind of need to have some gold here for the leopard. Can I get that E-phase one? No, he's too far away. I think this E3 is going to blind fire me. I don't think he'll realize I've managed to escape, though, maybe. Wow, look at this guy go. Oh, I should have fired that shot. The UDES needs to die, Leopard. Can you help me, Leopard? Leopard, can you help me? Not sure if the Leopard can help me. Oh, well, let's help ourselves. Oh, wow! That's an unlucky shot. I can't kill the UDES now as well. And the E3 is going to be over the ridgeline in a second. We've got to time this right now. Oh, God. Have mercy, T30. Wow. You spin me right round, baby, right round. I can't do that, I'll get demonetized. Oh my lord, this is ridiculous. Did I actually manage this? No low rolls, please. Is the UDES pushing me? Did I really just do that? Did I really just do that? Oh no! The Udas takes my HP! Why did the Leopard not help me? I guess he thought I was just doomed, and I guess I can understand why he thought I was doomed. Oh, man, at least I finally got to show that I don't suck all the time playing World of Tanks. Where's this guy going to go right now? I need to finish this Udas off. The T-30 will be pushing me, I guess. Oh, he actually pushed? I can't believe he pushed. Okay, this is the shot possibly for the game right now. I'm going to reload again. No way, the Jaegeru's there. I forgot about the Jaegeru. How did I forget about the Jaegeru? How did I forget about the Jagdpanzer 100? Oh, it was so obvious. Was he really not spotted? If he wasn't spotted and he was up there the whole time, that was so basic of me. I should have just driven behind the bushes, but he was so close. Oh no. I screwed it, boys and girls. Feels bad. I'm definitely not playing my best. But at least even when I'm not playing my best, I can still get like 5,900 combined in the Char. Oh, I should have won this one for my team. Alright, I guess I can commentate on the rest of the game for all of you at least. Okay, so this Leopard needs to just keep plugging shots into this T-30. They've got to be careful with this G-Saw's vision right now. Leopard's just got to fire one here and get the T-30 down to like a one-shot for him. I'm not sure if I can give any information to him about the T-30 firing shells. Doesn't look like that's the case. Alright, this Ho-Ri has to get his butt into... He has to drive to the rock or drive to the edge of the map. He has to drive to the rock or the edge of the map. Now what he has to do is he has to actually turn slightly away. Yes, now he can actually turn. Now hopefully he has the depression. Oh gosh. I mean, don't rush him. Just be cool. Maybe he's got bad DPM. Don't let him get your butt anymore. Oh my lord. That was a pretty bad shot, but you know what? I screwed up my game as well. I didn't realize about the Leopard. Oh, not the Leopard. Okay, the Leopard has to go for the G-Saw now. That's amazing. Okay, so we got 3 minutes. Guys, you have 3 minutes. Go for it. That's my input. But right now they have to be aggressive. The Leopard can't allow this G-Saw to escape. Hey, you didn't mess the second one. Nice shot. Guys, the E100 JP is full HP. Both of you should try and cap. Both of you should try and cap. Ho-Ri, go help cap. Only chance. Only chance. Come on, Ho-Ri, you can do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Cap is the only way. No cap, we need to find him. Okay, well, okay. Okay, good luck, have fun then. Okay, we're gonna let them play their game. E100 was full HP, so... And he uses durability. So you can't track him. You can't track him. You can't track him. You can't track him. You can't... That's bad knowledge. You can't track him. It's impossible. He's got Jura. Oh no, I lost this game for my team, boys and girls. It's my fault. Is this guy really going to go play for a draw, or is he going to go and try to play to win? Draw equals loss. Ho-Ri just hide. Nah, draw equals loss. Go for it. Go for epic. Come on. Nobody wants to draw in World of Tanks. Go for the win. Draw is not greater than loss. Nah, draw equals loss. Go for win. Go for win. Go for win. Come on. Go for win. Godspeed. Okay, I mean, he's only got a minute to try and get through 2,300 hit points, so he's going to have to pretty much fire on reload right now. Oh, this is exciting. Can you believe I did a bonus game in the Char Future 4, and it's turned into a 15-minute Zergfest? Oh, my goodness. He's got to be right in the corner. Oh, there's the one shot. Okay. He's got to run now, but he's got to fire 3 more times, so he can't do it. Run! Run! You got to fire 3 more times. Oh no, really? Can you believe I do a bonus round? No, why would you stop? This was stupid. Oh, he should have kept running. Now he's just fed the Jaeger a chance to win here. He needs to go up and around. He needs to go up and around. Oh, I don't understand. I mean, he's got a repair kit. Unless he fires. Is there a fire? Oh, he missed. Go for him. No, wait. If he fires, if he sets more fire on Amarak. Maybe a fire on Amarak. Maybe fire on Amarak. Maybe fire on Amarak. It was critical damage. No way. No way. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Lord. What a crazy round. Okay, well, look. Sorry I messed up against that Jaeger. I wanted to take down an epic carry. Nevertheless, I felt like I did a good job in getting my team back into this one. And hopefully I showed you why the Char Future 4 is awesome. I actually got an ace tanker there for my Char Future for a defeat. Because I got the LIVESTREAMS medal for destroying higher tier tanks. So I think that was still pretty epic. Well played to the G-Saw on the enemy team. Look at that. 7,500 assistance is a great job. And unfortunately, I got killed by Bon Jams. Bon Jams 007, who I didn't realize was a secret agent at the back of the map in their Jaeger. So GG to you. So okay, we can actually, I can actually watch that moment back to see how bad my play was. So I didn't think about the Jaeger. That's all there is to say. I didn't think about the Jaeger. I'm stupid. I didn't think about the Jaeger. That's my bad. I was obviously under so much pressure from that, from thinking about the T30 attacking and thinking about whether I should reload or not to get another full mag for the T30, that I should have just driven behind the bush. And even from like this angle, I seriously think I could have just reversed out. With the extra gun depression. Yeah, I could have probably reversed a little bit here and been able to just not get spotted. Tough one, man. Them's the breaks. Anyway, those were the most popular tech tree tanks and also some added Char Future 4 gameplay. And I always have fun in this vehicle. I always just feel like I have a chance. I cannot believe I ran rings around that T110E3 reloading to get him, as well as also avoiding that first shell with him cresting over the ridge. Just an absolute shame I didn't think about the Jaeger and break this one to take this game down. And because of that, I get a 60% win ratio instead of an 80% win ratio. It could have been oh so much better. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that was it for today. Really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And let me know what you think about the most popular tanks in World of Tanks and why are they so popular. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic and hopefully I'll see you soon.